You've probably walked into a cruise ship casino before. Bright lights, the sound of slot machines, that electric rush of possibility. But here's what almost nobody realizes. Those casinos aren't built for fun. They're built for precision. Every sound, scent, the light pattern is designed to make you play longer and spend more. I've been on more than 30 cruises, and I've seen exactly how the system works and how to bend it back in your favor. By the end of this video, you'll know the hidden tactics cruise lines never talk about and how to use them to stretch your money, earn real perks, and maybe even cruise for free. Because once you're inside that casino, every decision is being tracked, and one wrong move could cost you more than you think. So number 1, the welcome night trap. The first night of every cruise feels magical. Music, champagne, maybe even a lucky draw announcement. But that celebration isn't random. It's the casino's opening move. The welcome night is when your guard is down. You're fresh on board, unpacked and excited. The casino knows that's when you're most willing to take risks and least likely to notice the odds. That's why so many first night promotions sound generous. Free play for new players, or double points until midnight, and spin to win a free drink. It's not generosity, it's data collection. Every time you swipe your cruise card, every spin you make, that data starts building your player profile. From that moment on, the casino knows when you like to play, how much you bet, and what makes you stay. That's what most passengers don't realize. The casino floor is most profitable on embarkation night. Studies show that first-time cruisers spend up to 40% more in those first hours than any other night of the voyage. That's why the lighting feels extra warm, and the music is upbeat, and the dealers are at their friendliest. It's not by chance, it's conditioning. The early luck some passengers feel isn't a coincidence either. Many casinos use what's called a warm-up window, loser machines or early bonuses to make you feel like you're on a roll. Once you've linked your card and played a few rounds, those odds tighten. You've been tagged as active. The trap isn't losing on night 1, it's thinking you're winning, because that belief keeps you coming back every night after. So number 2, the loyalty algorithm. On land, loyalty programs reward spending. At sea, they reward behavior. Cruise casinos don't just track how much you lose, they track how predictable you are. Behind the scenes, there's a silent algorithm calculating something called your consistency score. If you play around the same time every night, spend within a steady range, and never chase losses, the system marks you as stable. Stable players get comps, free drinks, invites to tournaments. Why? Because you're a controlled, profitable customer, not a chaotic one. And the irony is that people who play small but steady often get treated like VIPs, while big spenders who fluctuate wildly barely get noticed. It's the psychology of reliability. The casino would rather have a player who spends $100 every night than someone who burns $1,000 once and disappears. So if you want to fly under the radar but still earn perks, play smart. Set a nightly limit, stick to it, and never go overboard on day 1. You'll appear to the system as a valuable long-term guest, and the rewards will quietly start to stack up. That invisible algorithm shapes everything. Your offers, your comps, even how staff treat you. But the casino doesn't just study how much you spend, it studies what you see. And that brings us to the next illusion most passengers never catch until it's too late. Number 3, the mirage jackpot. You walk by the casino entrance and suddenly you hear it. That perfect sound of victory. A jackpot ring, flashing lights, coins pouring down the screen. Someone's winning big. But are they? That moment, the sound, the celebration, it's often part of a scripted cycle. Cruise casinos use timed lights and sound cues to simulate wins, even when the payouts are minimal. It's not deception, it's design. Those machines near the door aren't placed for comfort, they're placed for theater. They're often set to hit small wins more frequently, just enough to trigger excitement. When someone cashes out near the entrance, it signals to every passerby, this place pays. Even if that person just won $20 on a $50 spend. It's called the mirage effect, an illusion of generosity that keeps the floor buzzing. You'll notice this most during busy times, like right after dinner or the evening show. And when the crowd flows in, the casino turns up its volume. Literally. More bells, more applause sounds, more congratulations announcements. It's a symphony built on psychology, and every note is meant to make you feel like you're missing out by walking past. So if the lights and sounds are part of the game, the next layer gets even deeper. Because the casino doesn't just manipulate what you see, it manipulates how you feel about the money you're spending. If you're planning your next cruise, now's the time to prepare smarter. Download the free Cruise Smarter Packing Checklist. It's linked below. It'll help you organize essentials before you board, avoid the hidden costs that catch first-timers, and keep your trip stress-free from day one. Number 4. The Cashless Control Strategy. Once upon a time, you fed coins into a slot machine. You saw them drop and you felt the loss. Now, you tap a card or swipe your wristband or use the cruise app. The cruise casinos know what psychology researchers have confirmed for years. People spend more when the money doesn't feel real. When you're playing with digital credits, your brain treats it like a score, not cash. That's why $5 on your app feels harmless, even though it's directly tied to your onboard account. And here's the quiet twist. Your casino balance often updates delayed. You might not see the true total until hours later. By then, you've lost track of how much you've actually wagered. This system isn't accidental. It's part of what insiders call frictionless gaming. The fewer physical reminders of spending, the longer players stay in the zone. That's why the casino never rushes you to cash out. When you win, the credits roll right back into your balance. Easy to play again and hard to pocket. Now, if you want to take control, use a simple old-school rule. When you hit a win you'd brag about, stop. Transfer it to your onboard account immediately. The moment you keep it in play, you've already given the casino what it wants, your momentum. Number 5, the crew advantage. Every casino has dealers and hosts and servers, but on a cruise ship, they're part of something much more strategic, a rotating team that tracks behavior in real time. Here's the insider truth. Not all dealers are equal. Some are information anchors. They're trained to log observations about players. Who tips? Who plays long hours? Who's polite? Who's frustrated? It's not about spying, it's about building a psychological profile the casino can act on later. And that's why some passengers suddenly start getting special attention after just one night. Maybe a free drink appears. Maybe the host comes by with a thanks for playing card. You think it's luck. It's not. It's data. Now this is where it gets interesting. Certain dealers, especially those in high traffic tables, are subtly encouraged to slow the game when they sense a player nearing fatigue. Every delay, every casual joke, every "let's take a second to shuffle again" buys the casino time. The longer you sit, the more predictable you become. But it's not all manipulation. There is a flip side. If you know how to build rapport with the right dealer, you can tilt the balance slightly in your favor. Friendly, calm, consistent players often get small breaks, a gentle warning when stakes rise too quickly, or slower pacing to help control the game's rhythm. It's human nature. Dealers are people first. Treat them with respect, and sometimes they'll quietly help you pace your play without you even realizing it. Onboard casinos thrive on relationships, not luck. The smartest players don't just play the game, they read the people running it. Now, by now, you've seen how the game isn't just about luck, it's about psychology. But the real strategy is still ahead, because the deeper we go, the more you'll see how the casino quietly shapes your decisions without you even noticing. Number 6, the midnight momentum effect. Every casino on every ship follows the same rhythm. Bright, upbeat, and buzzing early in the morning, but as midnight approaches, the atmosphere changes. The lights dim slightly, the music shifts, and suddenly everything feels slower and heavier, hypnotic. This isn't a design flaw, it's the momentum phase. After midnight, the casino's environment is engineered to encourage fatigue-based play. That's when decision-making weakens. Alcohol takes effect. Players are physically tired, yet emotionally charged. It's the perfect mix for impulsive betting. Notice how servers move faster after 11 p.m.? That's by design. The later it gets, the more complimentary drinks flow. The lighting warms up, giving the illusion of intimacy. And the machines? They're set louder. The sound balance in late-night mode emphasizes mid-range frequencies, the tones your brain associates with excitement and urgency. Statistically, most passenger losses occur between midnight and 2 a.m. It's not because the odds change, it's because you do. If you want to enjoy the casino without getting caught in that spiral, set a simple rule. Leave before the lights go amber. It's the casino's visual cue that the night shift has begun, and the house edge has never been stronger. But the late night phase isn't even the most sophisticated part, because behind those lights and smiles, the casino isn't just watching you play, it's studying every movement, reaction, and habit you reveal. Number 7. The surveillance illusion. When you think about casino surveillance, you probably imagine security cameras, guards watching for cheating or theft. But onboard cruise ships, the eye in the sky serves a different purpose. It's not about catching criminals. It's about understanding customers. Modern cruise casinos use adaptive surveillance, systems that track player behavior, posture, and facial expressions to measure engagement. The technology doesn't always identify you by name, but it can detect your mood. If you lean forward more, it assumes focus. If you slump back, it reads fatigue. If your eyes stay locked on the screen too long, it marks deep engagement. These signals combine into something called an attention score. It's what helps the casino decide where to focus staff attention and when to send a host your way. Ever wonder why someone offers you a drink right when you're losing interest? Or why a host shows up the moment you seem ready to walk away? It's not coincidence, it's pattern recognition. And here's the eerie part. The same data that tracks your play on board can follow you across sailings. When you book your next cruise with the same line, your player profile travels with you. The system already knows your habits, what games you like, when you play, and what keeps you spending. This is why cruise casinos are so profitable. They're not just watching your bets, they're learning your psychology. Now, so far, we've covered the surface, the dealers, the lighting, the tracking systems. But there's one secret most passengers still overlook, even after years of cruising. Because the real game doesn't end when you leave the casino. Now, if this kind of behind-the-scenes insight fascinates you, there's a place where cruisers dig even deeper. Join the free Cruise Smarter community using the link below. Inside, you'll find travelers just like you, sharing advanced tips, checklists, and mini modules that help you cruise with more confidence, spend smarter, and get the most out of every voyage. It's where experienced cruisers trade the kind of knowledge that doesn't show up in brochures. The small details that make every sailing smoother, smarter, and a little more yours. Number 8. The winning table illusion. Casinos love winners, but not for the reason you think. Every night, a few lucky passengers hit streaks. Maybe they double their stack at blackjack or pull a small jackpot on a slot. When that happens, the casino doesn't hide it. They highlight it. You'll notice that winning tables are often near the main walkway, visible from the lounge or buffet entrance. Those areas are deliberately placed to capture traffic. When someone wins, the dealer celebrates loudly, the lights flash, and the pit boss strolls over with a smile. It's theater. And here's the twist. When those winning streaks happen, staff suddenly adjust their pacing and noise levels. The cheers, the sounds of chips clacking, all amplified for effect. It tells every passerby, the casino's hot tonight. But statistically, it's never hot. Casinos maintain consistent payout ratios. The streaks are part of the natural variance curve. The house edge always stabilizes over time. So why draw attention to it? Because the casino knows humans are wired for social proof. If you see someone else winning, your brain overrides caution and assumes you'll be next. The takeaway is simple. Celebrate other players, but don't mirror them. Play your own pace, your own system. Because the moment you start chasing someone else's luck, you've already lost your strategy. The casino thrives on what you see and what you believe you see. But its most profitable illusion happens after the game ends, when you think you're done playing. Number 9. The win-loss mirage. You walk away from the table up $200, feeling good. You grab a drink, take a victory lap, maybe even brag to your friends. But here's what's really happening. In the casino system, that win doesn't close your night. It opens a new cycle. Your profile updates in real time, noting that you're ahead. And in most cases, your comp rate temporarily drops. Why? Because the casino assumes you'll give that money back. If you return later the same night, or even the next day, your loyalty benefits quietly adjust downward. It's called theo-smoothing. The system redistributes your perks based on your current trend, not just your total play. So when you're winning, the casino steps back. But when you're losing, it steps forward with free drinks, compliments, or encouragement to keep going. The pattern feels random, but it's completely deliberate. The system wants you slightly behind and never too far ahead. There's one trick seasoned players use to counter it: session resets. If you finish a night in profit, don't play again until the next day. When the casino system resets overnight, your win gets recorded as a completed session instead of an ongoing streak. That's how players protect both their comps and their earnings. Because in the casino's math, time management beats luck every single night. Now, by now, you can see the bigger picture. The casino doesn't have to cheat to win. It simply understands human patterns and waits for us to play into them. But there's one final secret that goes beyond the gaming floor, because the casino's reach doesn't end when the ship docks. Number 10. The after-cruise loop. A few weeks after your cruise, you'll get an email. It might say, "Thank you for sailing with us," or "Exclusive offer for returning guests." But scroll down, and you'll often find something much more strategic: exclusive casino rewards for your next cruise. This isn't just marketing. It's a reactivation campaign. Cruise lines use your casino data to predict your next move. If you played heavily during the last 3 days of your trip, you're tagged as a re-engagement candidate. That means the system assumes you'll book again within 6 months, and they'll tempt you with exclusive offers designed to feel personal. What looks like a reward is actually a behavioral nudge: a small credit, a discounted balcony upgrade, a free onboard spending package. The goal? Get you back in the ecosystem before you realize how much you actually spent. And the same logic applies at sea, too. If you've ever noticed casino staff asking, "Will we see you next sailing?" That's not small talk. It's data gathering. The casino feeds that information directly into its retention software, which tracks your likelihood of returning. The loyalty system isn't about rewarding winners. It's about converting patterns into profit. And the most successful players, the ones who actually cruise for free, understand that this data flow works both ways. If you play small, play smart, and let the system think you're steady, it'll keep rewarding you to return. And over time, those rewards compound. Discounted sailings, bonus credit, and occasionally fully comped cruises. Now, the house always wins, but smart travelers learn how to make that win mutual. So when you walk through that casino door next time, remember, it's not about luck, it's about awareness. Every light, every sound, every offer has a purpose. And once you see it clearly, you're no longer just a passenger, you're a player who knows the game. Now that you know how deep this system really goes, I want to hear from you. What's the most surprising thing you've seen inside a cruise casino? Or maybe a moment when you realized the odds weren't what they seemed. Share it in the comments. I read every single one. And before your next sailing, grab your free Cruise Smarter Casino checklist. It's linked below. It's the same one I use before every cruise to keep my spending controlled, my comps consistent, and my strategy clean. And if you're ready for the next level, click the video on your screen right now. It dives into how cruise ships use scent, sound, and space design to control behavior, even outside the casino. Because at sea, awareness isn't just power, it's freedom. Your voyage is just beginning.